Give me that horse.
He couldn't go on. Nor could you. You're injured, man. Let us take you in the house.
I gotta go on. Gotta get the telegraph station.
We'll take you. Penelope!
Sorry, closed down for the night.
I know, but this is urgent. Won't you
No,
please?
come out of there, you. Can't go against my schedule. Closed down.
But can't you make this one exception?
Nope.
Get in here.
What?
Bring a light with you.
You can't do this to me. I won't stand for it. The Union Pacific won't stand for it. Night prowling around here like this. You got your ball busting in my office. Who do you think you are, anyway? My key's closed down for the night. Well, you can write it, but I won't send it anyway.
Here, let me.
Territorial Recorder's Office. Fort Lansing. I filed corner stakes on plots 234, 235, chart 1089. Recording my name. That's all.
How shall I sign it?
Quirt Evans.
Oh. All set, Mr. Evans. Why, he ain't dead, is he? No, just knocked out. Well, that's Quirt Evans. Look at his gun. See how many notches he's got in his gun. Not any of them I can see. I sure ain't gonna touch it and find out. He might wake up and take it the wrong way. Why, when he and Wyatt Earp were deputies over the Tombstone, the two of them shot it out of the whole Clanton bunch. So that's Quirt Evans. He's quite a man of the gals. He says close the eyes of many a man and open the eyes of many a woman.
Would you call my father, please?
Yes, ma'am. taking him?
To the wagon. Take him home.
Quirt Evans? You're crazy. I'd soon have a black powder bomb in my house. Heavy, ain't he? I know a dozen men ride night and day. Catch Quirt Evans helpless like this. Get him in there. I've heard about you people. How you don't believe in guns or anything like that, only doing good. So take my advice. You'll stay plenty far away from Mr. Quirt Evans.
Thank you very much for your advice. Good night.
Good night. So long, Quirt. That Quirt Evans is sure as something.
Quirt Evans? You know him?
Do I know Quirt Evans? Do I know Quirt Evans? What a question.
Don't.
If that doesn't quiet him, I don't know what will. I'll never get that bullet out with him kicking around like that. I'm afraid to give him any more sedative. He's already had enough.
Please be quiet. The doctor's
He can't hear you. What do you suppose that delirious mind is searching for?
He must be in great pain.
Not with that much laudanum in him. It's as if he were reaching for something. Something specific. I don't understand it. By now, he should be completely inert.
I've been thinking. No. All right. All right. All right.
Oh, Thomas, how's the young man?
Delirious.
A gun in this house, Thomas?
Let me put these back in the gun belt.
Maybe we'll have to get something and tie him down. Are you crazy?
It's empty.
So that was it. The gun.
It's a pity.
It's stupid. These wild ones, I keep picking bullets out of them and setting their bones. Why? It's their destiny to wind up on Boot Hill.
No.
Oh, I forgot. Never speak evil, huh? Well, get me some more hot water, young lady, and we'll start patching him up for whatever's in store for him. Come on, help me with this boot.
Mother? Tell me again. What, dear? Oh, about meeting Father. Oh, we've heard that 1,000 times. He was working on the roof of the new meeting house. He fell off, and I picked him out of the dust and held him in my arms. He always said I hugged him before I ever even knew his name. And they both knew right away? Of course. Of course, I knew he was a peaceful man, a member of the society. An evil man would seek a more profitable way of life than being a member of the Friends. Father had a beard then, didn't he? Yes. I should think that would scratch. I prefer a man clean-shaven.
He's got the constitution of a mountain lion. He'll pull through, barring blood poisoning. These wild ones never seem to get blood poisoning, though it's common enough among the godly.
You so-called atheists. You always feel so compelled to stretch your godlessness.
Wash him. The bullet's out. He's in no danger.
I bet he killed a lot of people. No, he didn't. How does he know?
That's enough, John. A friend doesn't speak of such things.
Mrs. Worth, get that man out of here.
But he's badly injured, Doctor.
This isn't civilized Pennsylvania. This is a raw frontier. You must take a realistic attitude. This is a place where mayhem, theft, and murder are the commonplace instead of the unusual.
Would that justify leaving a wounded man to die?
Build your house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Ye who believe.
I don't mind your mocking. You've been a good friend to us.
I'm glad I have a logical mind.
And a good heart. Good night, Doctor.
Still having delirious spells. Keeps mumbling about his past.
Get him.
I'm afraid he's had a very violent life.
Cards. Copper on my bet on a black ace. Yeah, you're in shape, late, Hussy. You got real confirmation, Margaret. Huh? You fill out that dress just right. Red's your color. All right, Margaret. Chart 1089. 1089. Margaret, you're a nuisance. Let's call it off, Margaret. Yeah, I got places to go and country to put behind. Sure, all right. Lila. If I owned a mint, I'd put your head on every coin. I used to smoke corn silk when I was a kid. Your hair's just like it, Lila. Light brown, yellow all mixed up. Just like corn silk, Lila. All gold, tawny.
Will you bring some hot coffee, Penny? You know, the doctor says he's completely out of danger. Just sleeping. You know, Dr. Penny considers him her own personal patient. Sit down. And will you bring some milk, dear? And when you finish, you can go up and watch him while you card your wool on the loom.
He doesn't need watching. He's had no temperature these past few days. Just a superlatively healthy animal, restoring his depleted strength with sleep. He's no longer delirious. But of course, if you're determined to watch over him, Penny, perhaps you'd better take a pencil and paper with you. His first conscious words should be recorded. They may be of great interest to history. Or more possibly to a United States Marshal. Who knows what violence is involved with his battered frame and his bullet holes?
Would you care for a donut, Doctor? They're not as light as they should
Listen,
be.
Mrs. Worth. You can carry this head in the sand attitude just so far in a world of reality. Let me get this man out of your house. I can dump him in the establishment that passes for a hotel in this oft-times dubious community of ours.
In that unsanitary hovel?
Then he'll be off your hands.
But he's much better off here.
Of course he is, but who cares what happens to him?
We do.
I don't know what to say. Once, when I was studying medicine in Europe, I had a friend, an artist. He drew portraits of people and made them resemble the animals they reminded him of. He'd have drawn this man as a coiled cobra.
Oh, Doctor, your analogy's terribly imperfect, and your naturalism faulty. Cobras don't coil. Now, but Doctor, we're so fond of you, and we respect you so greatly. We're sure that you'll finally realize that realism, untempered by sentiment and humanity, is really just a mean, hard, cold outlook on life. A frightened outlook.
I stand defeated. And furthermore, there are times in this house when I feel as if I were living in a never-never land. But don't hesitate to call on me anytime you need help.
Hello?
You're awake.
Sure. I'm awake. What is all this?
What?
Where am I?
Oh, don't you remember? Father and I drove you into town. Is anything wrong?
No.
The doctor says you'll be all right in a week or two. You were delirious, you know. 2 days and 2 nights.
Well, maybe that's why I'm so hungry. I could eat a yearling steer. If I could catch one.
Oh, well, we'll get you something. Mother! You talk a lot in your delirium. Mother, he's awake. How is he? Hungry. Oh, if he's hungry, he's going to be all right.
Thanks a lot for housing me.
You're welcome. Smoked sausage and eggs?
Sounds great.
2 eggs, or would you like 3?
I'd like 6.
You shall have them. Penny, get one of Father's shirts and a razor. I'll get him some food.
So I talked a lot.
Yes. I listened only because I thought you might say something that would aid us in helping you. As to notifying your wife, for instance.
What did I say?
If you had a wife.
What did I talk about?
Well, you talked of Margaret. She filled out a red dress.
What else?
Oh, you mentioned someone named, Lila?
That all?
If you have a wife, we could notify her.
No wife.
That's 12. I haven't been so flattered since my donuts won first prize at the fair back in Pennsylvania.
You must be smart in Pennsylvania.
Some of the members thought it an exhibition of pride to enter my donuts. But what harm can there be in a little donut? Unless one eats so many of them that they explode, which is likely to happen to you, young man.
Well, there's worse ways of checking out.
I'll help you with the dish. No. You stay and watch Quirt Evans. I'm curious to know the effect of 6 eggs, a pound of sausage, and 12 donuts. I'll call you in time for the milking.
Do all you people from Pennsylvania talk like that?
Like what?
Thee?
Oh, well, we're friends.
Friends of who?
Of all. The Society of Friends. Many people call us Quakers.
Oh, it's a religion.
It's a belief.
That on the wall. Each human being has an integrity that can be hurt only by the act of that same human being, and not by the act of another human being. Is that Quaker stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You mean nobody can hurt you but yourself?
That's a friend's belief.
Well, supposing somebody whacks you over the head with a branding iron. Won't that hurt?
Physically, of course. But in reality, it would injure only the person doing the act of force or violence. Only the doer can be hurt by a mean or evil act.
Are there very many of you Quakers?
Very few.
Sort of figured that.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Carrot from a garden.
I found these out in the road. They belong to a fellow named Quirt Evans. I understand you're a friend of his. I thought maybe you'd see that he gets them back.
Leave him here. I'll see that he gets them. That Quirt. He'd lose his shirt if it wasn't buttoned on. Careless about everything. I keep telling him, sooner or later he...
On second thought, you can just tell me where he is, and I'll take him on back to him myself. Where is Quirt Evans?
You mean, where is he?
Ever notice how a fellow keep repeating the question when he's stalling about answering?
Yeah. Maybe if I bend this gun over his head, he'll quit stalling.
Well, gentlemen, I hardly know Quirt Evans.
Uh-oh. He lies, too. You've been bragging all over town what good friends you two are. You know, this fellow ain't got many good qualities, has he? Sit down, friend. Maybe that'll help your memory. I'm asking about Quirt Evans.
Well, all I know is...
Thanks for sewing the shirt. But I can't find my pants.
Get back in bed.
Oh, laziness is the only thing that's kept me there this long.
The doctor says you're to stay in bed 4 more days. Auntie, oh, you're up. That's no way to speak to an older person, John.
Well, we're pals. You wouldn't expect a pal to call me mister, would you?
See, Dr. Mangrum says to tell you some men in town are looking for you. He says one of the men was a Mr. Laredo Stevens.
Get my pants.
But your legs.
Johnny, get me my pants.
No, John.
Will he get my pants?
Get the pants, John. What you said.
What are you looking at?
Thee. Oh, boy, it's a good thing I'm not a tattletale.
What's that hymn on?
They use the familiar in speaking to me.
The what?
The familiar. The plain language. Get thee my pants, they said.
Well, what about it?
Well, among us, thee and thou are used only to loved ones. To all others, we use you and he and they. Mother to children, husband to wife, and children to... Between lovers, of course.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not.
What?
I'm not. I wish thee to speak so to me.
Well,
I knew right away, that night.
this must be a kind of a dull life. I could take you a lot of places.
I'd go.
What?
I'd rather stay here with thee, but if you'd rather go someplace else, then I'll go someplace else. You sound very bold.
Well, it's just that, I didn't think religious people were quite so sudden and direct.
Well, it's the way I feel, and it'd be dishonest to say anything else.
Yeah.
I used to wonder about it. I suppose every girl does.
About what?
Oh, about love. About whether as you got to know someone, you fell in love little by little, or it happened all at once. They are shocked.
Well, I wouldn't say shocked exactly, but you sure get to the point.
Should I be different?
No, Penny, I like you just the way you are. Who emptied this gun?
Father? Quirt, a gun is a symbol of force, of evil. We never have one in our homes. It was a concession that Father allowed even an empty one. It was only because you couldn't rest without
Where are
it.
the cartridges?
Outside.
Hey, why don't we just bust in?
Because busting through doors with Quirt Evans on the other side ain't my idea of a healthy pastime.
Tell him to come in.
Come in.
You can stand right there. Against the light.
Howdy, Quirt. You've sure run a ring around me, all right. But you know, I don't think it was right friendly of you to beat me to locating that tract after my boys found it. Of course, I'm willing to listen to your side of it. I'm a reasonable man.
Sure. Laredo's always reasonable. That's why he's the biggest man in the territory. You're the biggest man in the territory, Laredo?
So a lot of people say.
I hadn't heard. You nervous? No, Evans.
I can't figure out why you keep stepping on my toes all the time. Of course, that's your business. I'm a good loser.
I like a good loser. Of course, I like any kind of a loser better than a winner.
Yeah. You know, I had a chance to do a heap of thinking while I was following your trail across the territory. I followed it by that string of run-out horses you left behind. And well, sir, I figured out this way. Quirt don't really want that land. Because work ain't exactly in his line.
Is it in your line?
No, of course not. I was getting it for another fella. And, well, I figured maybe you sell.
I don't hear anything jingle.
Is it all right if I put my hand inside my shirt?
Why not?
$5,000 in gold there.
I want 20.
Well, okay, but I'll have to owe you 15. That's all I got on me. I got the deed in my pocket here.
Get it out.
Hey, Quirt. I thought it was you. Well, well, well.
Hello. Mr. and Miss Worth, Miss Worth, Randy McCall.
How you doing? How do you do?
Just fine, thank you.
Well, well, well.
You said that before. We don't want to keep you if you're in a hurry.
Well, I'm in no hurry. I got no place to go.
Well, we have.
Would you care to come along with us?
Well, sure, where?
To meeting.
To meeting? Yes, to meeting. You don't want to go, do you?
Be nice if you could. We'd be happy to have any friend of Quirt's.
You would? Well, that's just fine. You know, ma'am, I sure am an old friend of Quirt's. Well, I remember one time we were chousing cattle down near the Llano River. Herd stampeded, and Quirt pulled me right out from underneath him. Then there was another time, remember? In Opal's Palace down in San Antone.
We're late.
I know, but I was
Goodbye.
only trying to...
If you can join us, it's in the Grove, just the other side of town.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good day.
Get along. Good day.
Why askest thou me concerning that which is good? One there is who is good. But if thou wouldst enter into life, keep the commandments. He saith unto him, which? And God said, Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
What comes out of this thing that makes it worth all this work?
Frozen pudding. Hello, Nelson.
Hello, Penny.
Nelson played Quirt Evans.
How do you do?
Howdy.
Nelson's our horseshoer.
Oh.
By the way, I brought that maple sugar you like so much.
Oh,
Oh, excuse me. I'll put it here.
well, thank you.
Well, say, isn't this the Morgan baby?
Yes, I'm minding him.
He's sure a cute little fella. Looks just like his father. Oh, I'm coming out next week to shoot the horses, Penny.
Oh, fine. Oh, I'll get some water.
Here, let me help you.
Here, twirl this thing.
Frozen pudding.
Hold them a minute, Quirt. I want some of those flowers.
Sick or something?
I don't believe it.
It's a baby.
Yeah, I know.
Is it old enough to talk?
Of course not.
Well, if it can't talk, it can't snitch. Look, I got something I think you'd like to hear. Laredo Stevens is planning a big play. He's going to jump up some guys that are moving a trail herd up from the north. And I figured that maybe you and me and a couple of friends could sort of play copycat. Well, you heard me, didn't you?
You can have my part of it.
What am I listening to? Are you passing up a chance to blister Laredo?
That's right.
What's the matter with you, Quirt? This farm what? Oh, the dame.
Sticking your head in this bucket will shut you up.
You're getting awful touchy lately. You never used to mind what I said.
Hello.
Hi.
Come along with the water, Quirt.
Shut up.
Quirt, would you come over here? Sit down. May I have your attention? Friends, we all know the purpose of this meeting is threefold. As always, to give thanks for the goodness bestowed upon us. But also, to give thanks for the particular that the fields are again watered, and the crops and the livestock thrive.
There's two mushroom mouths right at the head of the valley. If you just take a look out there, you can see a herd coming for 10 miles. Yeah.
Quirt Evans. Friends, we're happy to present you with this token of our friendship for you. This is Quirt Evans. We're happy to have him here with us because he provided another incident which reaffirms our belief that all men are good if they are shown the light. He persuaded Frederick Carson to let down the water by showing him that a man who is a friend to other men is a happy man himself.
May I shake your hand, Quirt Evans? I want to talk to you.
Quirt, I wish my hair were... Hers was like corn silk, you said.
There's a sight I never thought I'd see. Quirt Evans behind a plow.
If only walks as soft as you do.
I taught him. Oh, I figured you'd have heard him. Except you were thinking too hard.
Haven't you got some real important business to attend to? Someplace else?
Sure. But I always like to keep track of your whereabouts. You know, Quirt, I always figured on using a new rope and hanging you. 'Cause I kind of respected you. You never took the best of things. And all your men went down looking at you.
Don't mind your own business.
I usually do. It's a shame things don't always turn out the way they should. Now, that little gal should marry some young fella who know what to do with that plow.
Why don't you kick up that horse and move on?
Some young fella that raised a lot of grain. And cows, sheep, and kids. The kind of a fella that she'd always know where he was.
Do I have to run you off?
Well, now, I'll tell you. I never have been run off no place yet, where I aim to stay. But it just so happens I gotta be going. No, Quirt. You don't raid a new rope with me.
Look, there's a lot of foo-for-all and nonsense have to go with it. I'm not going to stand for a lot of dressing up and a batch of jabbering people looking at me just because I'm getting married.
Quirt, come along with me.
Well, yes or no?
Come along.
Picking blackberries?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
I think we have enough, Quirt.
Never did like blackberries. Now I know I was right. There's too much work connected with it.
I'll get some more first.
Look out, there's a wasp on that
Don't
petunia.
kill him.
Well, it's all right for you to trust wasps and people, but he might have known I don't trust him and decided to take first bite.
Mm-hmm. And incidentally, that's not a petunia, that's a daisy. That's a petunia.
Petunia, daisy, daisy, petunia.
Quirt Evans. Oh, nothing. I just like the sound of it. Quirt. Where'd they ever get such an odd name?
The fellow who half-raised me gave it to me. He found me somewhere along the big cattle trail. Folks had been bushwhacked by Indians, I guess. He was a big fella, cattleman. Swung a wide loop in his younger days, I think.
Wide loop?
Well, wasn't too careful whose calf he threw his rope at. Most of the old cattlemen were like that.